cool. Yeah, why are the lights doing this right now? I mean, like, I don't mind, but I want to make sure it's not like broken or something. Ah, whoa, holy. Okay, there you go. This is it's fine. It's fine. Good morning, everyone. I am your host, Johan Vasquez, but sometimes I go by the name DJ Speed. Today, I will be continuing our Grand Theft Auto series. There's a lot more games in the series, but I am just going to be covering 2 more. Today is the first installment of the HD universe, which is Grand Theft Auto 4. Also, yes, this is Music and Media on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Almost forgot that. Don't worry. I'm good. By HD universe, I mean that I think I mentioned it a little bit in one of, I think either, it had to be one of the other episodes I talked about, obviously, but I forgot which one. Every single, like, universe or quote-unquote definition, I don't really know what else to really say it. Like, the 3D world in the PS2 games and such is different from the HD world that the GTA 4 starts. It's a completely different universe. It still has the same, like, locations and stuff, but, like, none of the characters from the 3D universe exist in this one, except for a minor couple of exceptions, but they're not really, like, relevant to any story at all. Wow, I completely just did that without looking at my script. I probably should do that. Like I said, Claude, Tommy, CJ do not exist, and their stories are not relevant. And GTA 4 takes the game and puts a more serious tone on it. Obviously, it's still a Grand Theft Auto game at the end of the day, so it's still gonna, be satirical and make fun of pop culture and, like, stuff that's going on at the time. But, like, you can definitely see that, like, there's a shift. Like, the vibe is different. Like, even from, like, the bluish gray tint that, like, the whole game has, which is, like, kind of obnoxious. Like, to me, like, it just makes everything look gray and bland. But I guess, that's the art style they were going for. This one is definitely a lot less satirical than the other ones. This story follows main protagonist Niko Bellic. He was part of the Yugoslavian army during one of the Balkan Wars. That detail doesn't really matter, so I'm not going to go that into it. During the war, he was captured by the enemy along with his childhood friends that were in the same, like, division or company as him. They were taken hostage, and one of their friends named Darko sold everyone out for his own survival. Every childhood friend that Niko had and was captured with was taken away that day due to Darko's betrayal. Only Niko and a couple others survived. Once the war was over, soldiers found it hard to find, like, legitimate work. For some reason, I'm assuming it has to do something with, like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna attempt to try and talk about it, but can't find work, so it forces him to, like, go into the criminal underworld, and then I guess to avoid prosecution in his country and to get more like, opportunity. He goes and lives with his cousin Roman. I almost put both their names together. Roman Bellic. He lives in Liberty City, which is the same spot that GTA 3 and the game I'm not covering, Liberty City Stories, take place in. Roman to go to America, more Liberty City, returning area, and he convinces Niko that, he's, rolling in all the money, has mansions, and is just surrounded by everything good in the world. Niko takes a ship to Liberty City, the famous Platypus. When he arrives there to see his cousin, he turns out that everything that Roman kind of said to him was a lie. There's no mansion, there's no money, and there's no, there's some good, but most of it's kind of bad. He has a failing taxi business, but at least he has a girlfriend named Mallory, and she will be a pivotal character in the story somewhat. Niko soon finds out that Roman is in serious debt and owes various loan sharks. And obviously he does not have the money, so he could get harmed. And us being the good cousin we are not going to let anyone harm our cousin. So we kind of step in and do odd jobs for these loan sharks as form of payment, and that kind of turns into the main beginning missions or mission givers. At this point, you'd probably get in a car by now, so I think, and I really didn't know when else to introduce them, but this game has 23 radio stations. I'm going to try and go through them all pretty quickly, just bear with me. We have The Beat 102.7, hosted by DJ Green Lantern and Mr. C. And then, another thing this brings up is that this game, I'm pretty sure, was the first Grand Theft Auto game to have additional content added afterwards, like DLC, I guess you can say. Which, it is DLC, but, like, I don't want to just call it, like, a blanket term, because, like, some people might not understand what that is. And basically, it's like an add-on to the game. And there were 2 additional, I guess, sub-stories. Like, they're kind of like, they take place in the exact same map, but different protagonists, maybe some newer cars, newer weapons and stuff like that, and most importantly, like a new, like, mini story. It's obviously not as long as GTA 4's main story, but they're pretty cool. I only played one of them. They're both called Lost and the Damned and Ballad of Gay Tony. They are, I only played the Ballad one, but it was awesome. Definitely worth my money back then. I don't know, probably like 12 years ago. But another thing that they added, the DLC ones, is that they added more songs. Like, they kept updating the radio stations, which is crazy, because in the DLC variants, Funkmaster Flex is actually the host of The Beat 102.7, and he's like a big radio guy for hip hop, I'm pretty sure. And this station plays contemporary hip hop and R&B. Next up, we have the Classics 104.1 with DJ Premier playing old school hip hop, and then Electro Chalk with Francois K playing electric house. Number 4, we have Fusion FM with Legend and what's it called? How do I explain this? Legend and sadly soon. Oh my god, I'm sounding crazy. Roy Ayers. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. He was the host for Fusion FM, and he has sadly passed away recently. I haven't really grown up with his music, but I appreciate what he has done for, his community and the scene of, like, jazz and Afrobeat and all that type of stuff. So I will be playing a song from him later as a little dedication. And like I said, this station plays jazz funk. Number 5, we have International Funk 99 with Femi Kuti playing funk and Afrobeat as well. Number 6, Independence FM, which is the PC only. I'm pretty sure this is literally like the aux. Like, in the PC ports, like, you can, like, upload your own music and, like, have that play when you're playing the game. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Number 7, Integrity 2.0 with Laszlo Jones, which is a talk show. And if you remember, Laszlo Jones is a recurring character from the old games, which kind of breaks the whole meta of, like, each universe having their own different story and everything. But I suppose, like, he's a Rockstar employee, and, like, he's awesome at what he does. So they have him in every single game. So him, and along with a couple other radio hosts and people like that, are reoccurring characters throughout the entire universes. And then number 8, we have Jazz Nation Radio 108.5 with Roy Haynes playing classic jazz. The Journey, which is their version of Apple in the game, which is called Fruit, which is like an AI bot which plays, like, ambient, quote-unquote, chill out and new age music. I don't even know what that means. 10, we have K109 with doing my research. I actually didn't know this at all. Obviously when I did my research, it was very surprising to see that Karl Lagerfeld is the host for the station. And, like, I was, like, really confused. I was like, this guy, like, does fashion, and, like, he's a host in a Grand Theft Auto game? Like, I never knew that. I don't really know much about Karl Lagerfeld, but I just know he's a big fashion guy. So it's like, whoa, that was really cool. I like clothes. 11, we have Liberty City Hardcore with Jimmy Gestapo playing hardcore punk. Liberty Rock Radio with Iggy Pop. I'm pretty sure that's a popular artist, playing classic and alt rock. Number 13, we have Massive B Sound System 96.9 with Bobby Condors playing Contempt Dance Hall. 14, we have Public Liberty Radio, which is a liberal-leaning talk radio station. 15, we have Radio Burger with Juliette Lewis playing Contempt Rock. Number 16, we have Ram Jam FM with David Ronigan playing reggae. Number 17, which should be important coming up soon, is San Juan Sounds, hosted by famous Latin artist Daddy Yankee. And this one plays reggaeton and Latin hits. Number 18, we have Self-Actualization FM, hosted by Audrey, which also plays ambient, quote-unquote, chill-out music. Tough Gong Radio, hosted by Carl Bradshaw, playing reggae and dub. And I looked at the track list. It's basically like 90% Bob Marley. 20 is The Vibe 98.9 with Yvonne Harper playing soul and R&B. And number 21, which is, I didn't know which was in the game, and very happy to see, which is Vice City FM with a reoccurring host from Vice City, Fernando Martinez. He was the host of Emotion 98.3, and this plays 80s, of course, plays 80s hits. Sadly, they don't really play that good of 80s hits. Like, the Vice City soundtrack clears. Obviously, it's a whole game compared to, like, a one station, but, like, I guess the biggest song off here is, like, Man Eater. And, like, if I really have to, I can play it, but I don't think I'll have to. Number 22, we have Vladivostok FM, hosted by Ruslana, playing Eastern European music of all genres. And finally, so I can stop talking, you can listen to some music, WKTT Radio, which is a conservative-leaning talk show radio station. Cool. Now, with all that out of the way, that I think it's a good time to stop and play some music. And like I said before, San Juan Sounds is going to be very important coming up, because that is what I will be playing for you next. I have, next up, Salió el Sol by Don Omar. I will see you in a bit. Alright, sick. How long I got? 5 minutes? Perfect, yo. Sick. Cool. Debating if I should cut it short or not. Maybe like 2 minutes left. I'm just gonna let it play. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright. So I was just sitting here for a long time doing nothing. I guess I can do a fit check. Same beanie they always wear. Like, disgusting white Gildan t-shirt. It's clean, but I've had it for like years. This flannel that I bought like years ago, but I never really wore because I didn't really like how it looked on me. I like how it looks on me now. Oh boy. Okay, next song. Come on. Right into it. Cool. Okay. What was I saying?
Welcome to Aventura's world.
Levi jeans that I thrifted. They're pretty straight cut. Yeah, I like them a lot actually. And then Reebok Workout Plus. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then
Júrame ahora mismo por Dios y que de mí nunca te olvidaste. Y si me dices que no hay amor, con dolor tendré que marcharme. Me alejaré con mucha pena, llevaré entre mis venas el desprecio de este amor. Y si por cosas del destino te arrepientes en el camino, no te acepto un perdón. Y júrame también, corazón, que no olvidaste aquellas caricias. Si hay un instante de esta canción, volví el recuerdo de lo que fue en tu vida. Si te das cuenta que aún me amas y tu ego me rechaza, dale honra al corazón. Que pensar que me desprecias me atormenta la paciencia y me siento sin valor.
Oh,
Si este es el desprecio, lo que me merezco, ayúdame mi Dios, te pido mi Señor.
I have to try and translate this Russian name. Come on. Cop. Bro. Are you... Okay, bet. Translate. Russian. Oh, that's his name. What? It sounds like I'm saying a word that I'm not supposed to be saying on air. I'm gonna call him Zanaya. Cool. Oh, how am I gonna... Oh,
Si este es el desprecio, lo que me merezco, ayúdame mi Dios, te pido mi Señor, sé que soy culpable, y solo quise amarla, fallé en el amor.
also, please, come on.
Y si es una locura,
What? Is it over? Oh my god, I almost lost my mind. Like, I hope you can look. Oh. Okay. Copy. Paste. What? Okay. Okay. How is everyone doing? That was 2 songs from San Juan Sounds. I think that is what San Juan Sound. Wow. San Juan Sounds. The first one was Salió el Sol by Don Omar, which translates to The Sun Came Out. And then El Desprecio, by Aventura, which translates to Contempt by Adventure. Aventura is a big artist. Romeo Santos is huge in my family. Shout out my mom. I know she doesn't understand English, so she's not listening. But shout out to her. I'm actually taking her out to dinner today, or I guess lunch. I'm taking her out to eat. It was her birthday the other day, so more life, Mom. I love you. But anyways, I can finally continue with the story, which I feel like I have not done at all. So let's do that. Obviously, Roman doesn't have any money to pay back these loan sharks, so Nico starts working for Vlad. He becomes the game's first major mission giver. While doing missions for him, we also work for Roman. Someone calls us a cab, and Nico goes to pick them up. It's a guy that we will later know by the name of Little Jacob. We talk with him, and we drop him off in some alleyway. He then hands us a weapon and tells us to look after him in case anything happens. And for some reason, Nico just happily obliges. He's like, "Oh, okay, this is normal." So then after they defend themselves against Little Jacob's rival organization because he was taking him to a deal that turns out it was a setup to get rid of Little Jacob. But Little Jacob and Nico escape, and they stay in touch. They exchange contacts, and Little Jacob will 100% be the most reliable friend that Nico and his cousin will have in this story. While working for Roman, Vlad stays around and flirts with Mallory, which is Roman's girlfriend. This reaches a boiling point, and Nico ends up taking him out. But a man of status is going to have very powerful friends, and Vlad was actually part of the Russian mob. And the mob boss, Mikhail Faustin, is upset that Nico has taken one of his best workers. He is now under Faustin's control and has to work for him, or Roman and him are going to face harsh consequences. Another associate of the Russian mob guy is someone by the name of Dmitry Raskolov, and he comes off very sporadic and I guess just in general untrustworthy. We work with him under orders of Faustin, and then Dmitry then lies, saying that Faustin is trying to set them up and to betray them, so they have to get to him first. Nico ends up, agreeing and taking out Faustin. But if we fast forward a little bit, then I'm pretty sure through whatever dealings they were doing, Dmitry is like, "Hey, bro, I got your money. I need you to meet me by the pier in this very secluded, dark place, and come alone." So, obviously, you're not gonna go alone. Nico goes with Little Jacob behind him, and he goes and talks with Dmitry. Dmitry is there, and he starts confronting Nico about his past, alluding to the fact that Nico's actions in Europe affected Dmitry. I understand that Nico worked in the business of smuggling people, so I am assuming that Nico left out one of Dmitry's friends or something. I don't really know. This I guess is a good time to explain that this is the game that I've had the least amount of time with. You know, not obviously I've never played GTA One, never played GTA Two, um, and I played like some of the other ones in between. I never played the London one, but like this one is one that I've played, beat, understand, but haven't played or replayed in a long time. So like I wish I could give you every single detail to why stuff is happening, or like, but at the same time, the game is very vague, and you will see. I'll explain later on when it becomes kind of annoying. But essentially, or whatever Nico did in Europe affected Dimitri in some way. So like blah 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 blah. Where am I? Where am I? But anyways, Dimitri reveals that he's working with someone by the name of Ray Bulgarin, who is a former boss of Nico in Europe. Uh, they do not have the best relationship, and after you know, back and forth revolving or involving weapons, Nico and little Jacob leave unscathed, but so do Dimitri and Bulgarin. I'm assuming that this is also the time when Roman introduces us to businesswoman by the name of Elizabetta Torres. I don't know why he introduces us to her, but she deals in the trade of illicit substances, and Nico starts working for her. After a bunch of missions, it all culminates in a mission where Nico is supposed to meet some buyers, but instead facing the LCPD. Sorry, I'm adjusting my mic. I think it's easier for me to stand up and talk. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Blah 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 blah. Nico is supposed to meet some buyers, but instead is faced with the LCPD and FIB. Yeah, I know, FIB. It's I'm assuming the FBI and CIA are copyright, or like I'm assuming they're copyrighted or something. But like because they can't use the name. FIB is obviously Federal Investigation Bureau instead of Federal Bureau of Investigation like the FBI is. But yeah, blah 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 blah. With some plot armor, we escape and go back to Elizabetta. And then I thought that this was that she gets arrested at the end of this mission, but turns out she gets arrested off screen. So that's kind of upsetting. She was kind of insane. I remember they had one time where like Nico goes and talks to her, and out of like sheer panic of like the cops getting to her, she like just takes out some of her bodyguards for some reason, and it's like, oh okay, so she's insane. But yeah, and then finally, I know there's a lot to get to. I'm so sorry. I am trying to condense everything, but another kind of big side plot happens here is that Mallory puts Nico on with one of her friends named Michelle, and when picking up stuff for Elisabetta, Michelle confronts us and exposes that she is a cop and needs to take the merchandise that Nico has, and I guess for some reason like doesn't arrest us. Like I don't know why she doesn't arrest us. Like she has us red-handed in front of her holding a bag of stuff that we're not supposed to be holding, and it's like what I don't understand if it was like some confidentiality like legal issues that like she already knew him and like can't like say that she already knew him because like I don't know, but essentially it's plot armor. It's essentially just plot armor. So blah 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 blah, and then she takes the stuff, and we kind of never see her again, which is kind of insane. But I think I will pause there. I just gave you a ton of information, but there is some more songs I would love to play for you guys. I will be stopping here and playing a song from Vladivostok FM, which is the Eastern European station of the game. This is a Russian song I'm about to play. It's very upbeat and pop, I guess you can say, and it translates to "at night," and it's actually amazing. Like I've been listening to it like all day. I know I've only been up for like 2 hours, but I was listening to it all day, and then yesterday at night when I was writing or finishing up my script, I was like, oh, this is awesome. But the song translates to "at night," and I just translated bro's name, but I forgot, so I will get back to you about that. But just enjoy this amazing song from Vladivostok FM. Once again, this is "At Night" by someone you will know soon. Enjoy. Okay.
Ночью, этой ночью, ночью, этой ночью. Тьма летит под синим покрывалом, все во власти ночи и опять одна. Среди звезд походкою усталой в небе бродит сонная луна. Улицы от тишины оглохли, будка телефонная.
Are you kidding me? What's going on, bro?
Реки едва
Oh, it's so
колышет
sweet.
отражение спящего моста. Ночью, этой ночью я люблю тебя. Ночью, этой ночью я схожу с ума. Ночью, этой ночью я люблю тебя. Ночью, этой ночью. Ночь скользит по городу бесшумно, звездным шлейфом закрывая свет. Черные слепые стекла окон, затаив дыхание, смотрят вслед. Протянув навстречу руки тени, окунув ладони в лунный свет. Чудо-ночь дрожит от нетерпения, на свидание к ней спешит рассвет. Этой ночью я люблю тебя. Ночью, этой ночью я схожу с ума. Ночью, этой ночью я люблю тебя. Ночью, этой ночью я схожу с ума. Ночью, этой ночью я люблю тебя. Этой ночью я схожу с ума. Этой ночью я люблю тебя. Этой ночью.
Alrighty. Once again, that was At Night by Zehenia. And then his last name sounds like a word that I can't say on air. But his last name is spelled Fokin. Yeah, absolute banger. Great song, actually great song. I'm definitely adding it to like my overall playlist. It's very, very good, very, very good. But oh, actually I wasn't supposed to stop. I actually have another song up for you right now. This is the little dedication I would like to have for Roy Ayers. I'm so sorry once again. But yeah, this is for him. This is Funk in the Hole by Roy Ayers, and this is a song from his own radio station, which is, once again, I do not want to be wrong, Fusion FM. I will see you all in a bit. Welcome everyone. That was, if you are just now tuning in, that was, I'm so sorry if you can't hear me right now. I'm a little far away from the mic. That was At Night by Russian artist Xenia, I want to say. If you really would like to know what the song is, feel free. You can do whatever you want, but you could easily just look up. If you would like, you feel free to search it up, GTA 4 soundtrack, You can easily find it. And then Funk in the Hole by Roy Ayers. Once again, it is a shame that he was taking us so recently, and a coincidence that he was a bigger part of the game than just a song on the radio. And this is where my script kind of dissolves. I am now talking, or my script now consists of bullet points. So this is either going to go terribly wrong, or bad, or it's going to prevent me talking like a robot and actually have a little like emotion in my voice. So let's just can see how this goes. Little Jacob, which is the guy, our right-hand man, like we did before, introduces us to a guy by the name of Patrick McCreary. He and his family they're like a little crime family, I guess you can say. Like, they're not like a mafia family or something like that, but like, you know, they like literally like they grow up to be criminals. And blah 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 blah. Like, we work with him. We work for his brother, who's a cop, but is a corrupt cop. So like everything like that, and then we end up meeting his sister, and we grow like the game doesn't like go deep into the relationship, but you and her sister, and his sister, are basically a thing. You know, like you guys like each other, and that will become very important later on. But like I said before, the game doesn't make it a big deal until the end, and even at the end, it's still not even a big deal. But you will see what I mean when I get there. With Patrick comes arguably the greatest mission of the entire game, which is called 3-Leaf Clover. This is where you, Patrick, and some of Patrick's friends go to, I forgot which bank. I want to say the Bank of Liberty. I think it's Bank of Liberty. And you rob it. It's pretty cool. It's kind of all based on the movie Heat, which is also a bank robbing movie, starring like I almost said Patrick De Niro. Jeez, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and other people. And this is also where the storylines, like I said, of like the downloadable add-on stories. We see one of the protagonists from that one of the stories in the bank. He's held up and he's talking to some other guy, and the other guy is like, yo, like I have a weapon, like we can take him out. And Luis, which is the protagonist in the next game, is like, no bro, like that's dumb, like please don't. And then the guy does it. He ends up getting someone. He ends up getting Patrick's friend Michael. So Michael is sadly gone, but they end up spraying bro. So I mean, like, I guess he did something, but at what cost? And yeah, another thing that I want to mention is that another like mission that we see all the protagonists in is one mission where involving a mafia and some diamonds. Like these diamonds are a big like part of like the middle storyline. I don't really know what really happens. Like, everyone's trying to get these diamonds, and I think in the end no one gets the diamonds. I think besides like some garbage men, who's like, honestly they're the people that deserve the diamonds, not these like psychos. But I know I mentioned earlier in this episode about someone by the name of Darko. He is someone who betrayed Nico and his friends back in Europe during the war. And we came to America kind of seeking answers about it and looking for the person who betrayed the group. As there were only a handful of survivors from the actual group, Nico kind of narrows it down to someone by the name of Darko Brevich, I think his name is. We track him down, and through the power, or with the help of the federal government, I'm pretty sure, they track down Darko, and we confront him. It's kind of been a big back and forth the entire game of like, if we're gonna see him, if we're gonna find him, and then kind of near the end of the game, we finally do find him. They drop him off near the airport, and we go with Roman to see him. This is kind of where this is like a main point of where the game shows its like more serious tone. You talk with Darko. He doesn't recognize you until you start talking to him a little more, and he is not in good shape. He's very addicted to things. It's not fully there, and it comes out that he betrayed Nico and his friends for a measly $1,000. And it's alluded that it was to fund or fuel his addiction habits, which is terrible. And he kind of, I guess, Nico kind of breaks him down, and he kind of accepts that, he kind of doesn't want to be here anymore. And this is another time or another good opportunity to introduce that this game kind of gives the player a little bit of individuality when it comes to how they want the story to go. Because this is one of the big options that you can have, or you can make, where you can either leave him alone and go away, letting him live with his guilt and all his problems, or you can get revenge, I guess you can say. I'm not sure what I did. I'm pretty sure I got revenge most of the time. I only played the game a handful of times, but that's a very sad moment for Nico, because he kind of realizes that regardless of this like fuel for revenge and getting back at him, like, it's not going to bring his friends back, and it doesn't really make him feel any better. So yeah. I wanted to play a song for you guys, but due to recent actions of the artist, I felt like I probably shouldn't fuel and be part of the problem, so I will not play it. But I will mention it because it's important to the game, and it's the one song that when I think GTA 4, this is the song I think of. I wanted to play "Flashing Lights" by Kanye West featuring Dwelly. I think it's how you say the feature's name. But with everything that's going on recently, I don't want to do it, so I will not. But I just wanted to show or say that, or at least mention it, because even though everything that he's been doing recently is terrible, the music back then when he was more normal is very important to me. But I will not play it here. I will instead continue with the story. I will actually play a song. I will play the next song here. I am running out of time. I might not be able to play it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and continue the story. After robbing the bank and climbing in the criminal underworld, we meet Jimmy Pecorino and his family. Jimmy Pecorino wants to be part of what is called the Commission, which is essentially the five families. And like, he wants to be part of it. He wants to be a big name. Everyone kind of sees him as like a laughing stock. So like, he wants to get his cred up, but he doesn't really want to do it himself. He kind of does it, or tells Nico to do it for him. We start working for him, and then blah 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 blah. And I'm just gonna fast forward to the second to last mission, which is very important and will probably take up a lot of time. This is where the major decision happens. Not just like a little one with Darko. This is a major story altering decision that you'll have to make for the second to last mission. Pecorino needs you, or Jimmy Pecorino, the guy I just mentioned, needs you to facilitate a deal with some South American group, but needs the help of Dmitry Rascalov, which is the guy who tried to betray us and take us out earlier. He needs his help to facilitate the deal as well. So our options are the deal option, which is to work with Dmitry one last time and to do this favor for Jimmy, or the revenge option, which is to get revenge on Dmitry and to not go with the deal and to leave Jimmy unfulfilled. The deal option I will get into now, because I think that's the one I never did, and for reasons I will mention. I didn't even know, but reasons I will mention soon. The deal option has you go meet with some guy. You go to the pier. Dmitry calls you. He betrays you, like what you'd expect, and then but somehow you still finish the deal. You get the money. You bring it to Jimmy, and sometime through this, it is revealed that Roman and Mallory are getting married. They fast forward quickly to the wedding. Nico is there. Everyone's happy. Little Jacob is there. I'm pretty sure Kate is there. Everything is awesome until someone comes and tries to take out Nico, but Nico disarms him, or not disarms him, gets out of the way, but sadly someone is hit and passes away, and that person ends up being Nico's cousin, Roman. It honestly should have been a more sad ending to Roman or to that cutscene, but honestly, it kind of happens, and then little Jacob is like, bro, like, you can't be here right now, like, you gotta go, and then Nico's like, okay. Like, I feel like Nico should have, like, been breaking down, or, like, you know, like, something else should have happened. Like, it kind of, like, just brush it off, which is, like, I don't know. The pacing of this game is a little weird. I 100% think that there should have been more to this cutscene, or at least more to this mission after that. But we leave, we fast forward, and we now get to the last mission. I'm not sure if it's also called Out of Commission for the deal ending, but you track down Dimitri and Pegorino to a little, like, building, like, off the, like on the coast or something. You track him down, you get rid of his men, and then you confront Dimitri and Pegorino, but Dimitri betrays Pegorino because Dimitri betrays everyone that he knows. And you follow Dimitri to Happiness Island with the Statue of Happiness, which is their satirical version of the Statue of Liberty. You take down his helicopter, and you have one last chat with him until taking him out fully. And then the game ends with a cutscene with Mallory saying that she is pregnant. And I guess that's the ending for the deal choice. But then the revenge ending, which is what most people do, is when they go and take Dimitri out, firsthand. You do that, you get rid of Dimitri. Jimmy is now unfulfilled and now even more of a laughingstock to the five families, because this was the deal or the thing that was going to put him on the map. Same thing happens, kind of. Wedding happens, you're there, everyone's happy. But instead of a hitman coming to disrupt everything, Jimmy himself does a little drive-by and hits someone. It ends up being Kate, which is what I mentioned earlier about how, like, Kate and Roman are not on the same level. So like obviously it's sad that Kate goes, but it's her, a character that we probably interacted with twice beforehand, or Roman, which is a character that is in the entire story. But anyways, the thing kind of ends the same. You go to the same building off the pier. You follow Pegorino to Happiness Island, and then you have one last chat with him before putting him down. And that's kind of it. That's the game. I'm sorry that it is a little rushed, but I honestly spent most of my week this week watching Lord of the Rings and hanging out with my friends, and it was awesome. First time watching Lord of the Rings. Legolas is definitely the coolest character of the entire book. Sam he's cool, I guess. Smeagol, I wanted to throw him into the volcano before the first movie even started. I hated him. But I think with that, I will end with our last song here. It is a fitting, bittersweet end, just like the story of the game. Everyone knows the song. You should know the song. It is 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. I will leave you with this and some words from our station. Thank you so much to everyone listening. I hope everyone had a great time, and I will see you next week with Grand Theft Auto 5. I have access to this, and I will be playing it when I get home and throughout the week. So prepare for a hopefully prepared episode next week. So yeah, I will now leave you with 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great weekend. can squeeze in a little top of the hour right here. So we still have, yeah, still have some time to go. Just to prevent any problems, I'm just going to do this now. You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Have a good one.
Genre each way, it's genre each way. Genre each way with your host Ray. Each way with your host Ray. Genre each way.
Join me, DJ Ray, on WMSC Upper Montclair every Sunday at 10 a.m. for Genre Each Way.
We all know that one person on the road.
Who teaches these people to drive? Like, are they actually blind?
Just like that, it could even be you.
Nice turn signal, buddy!
Remember, road rage can lead to accidents. Aggressive actions such as tailgating, illegal passing, and erratic lane changing are a factor in an estimated 56% of fatal crashes.
Wait, really?
Next time you feel the tensions rising on the road, slow down, calm down, and stay safe. For more information, visit defensivedriving.org.
Hey, Mom.
Awesome.
Are you a queer student looking for a place where you can live your truth?
Awesome.
Join
Cool.
us each